The 1% rule that changes your entire life. What if I told you, you don't need to change your whole life today, you only need to improve 1%? Because the truth is, most people try to change everything at once, and that's exactly why they fail. But the people who actually transform their lives, they follow a completely different rule, the 1% rule. And once you understand this, you'll never look at progress the same way again. I promise you, once you know these 5 rules, you can change your entire life. And the last rule is very, very important. Rule number 1. The problem with big goals. Most people destroy their motivation before they even start. They set goals like, I'll wake up at 5 a.m. every day. I'll work out for an hour. I'll read 50 books this year. Sounds inspiring. For about 3 days. Then reality hits. You miss one workout. You wake up late. You skip one day. And suddenly your brain says, see, this isn't working. So you quit. Not because you're lazy, but because your brain hates overwhelming change. And this is where the 1% rule changes everything. Rule number 2. The power of 1%. Imagine improving just 1% every day. That sounds tiny, almost pointless. But here's the hidden truth. If you improve 1% every day for a year, you don't become slightly better. You become 37 times better. Think about that. Not double, not triple, 37 times better. That's the difference between someone who stays average and someone who completely transforms their life. But most people ignore small progress because small progress feels invisible. Until one day, it isn't. Rule number 3. The compounding effect. Think about interest in a bank account. A few dollars doesn't look like much, but over time, it multiplies. Your habits work the same way. 5 minutes of reading, 10 push-ups, writing one idea. It feels small today, but do it every day for a year, and you become someone completely different. That's the secret nobody talks about. Success isn't built by huge moments. It's built by tiny daily upgrades, and this leads to the most important part of the rule. Rule number 4. How to apply the 1% rule. The rule is simple. Make your habits so small they feel stupid. Want to read more? Read 1 page. Want to work out? Do 5 push-ups. Want to write? Write 1 sentence. That's it. Because the goal is not perfection. The goal is momentum. Once you start, your brain stops resisting, and most of the time, you'll do more than 1%. But even if you don't, you still win. Because consistency beats intensity. Every single time. Rule number 5. The hidden advantage. Here's what most people don't realize. The 1% rule doesn't just change your habits. It changes your identity. When you read 1 page every day, you become a reader. When you exercise a little every day, you become someone who trains. When you improve daily, you become someone who grows. And identity is the most powerful force in human behavior. Once you believe you're the type of person who improves daily, your life starts changing automatically. Listen carefully. You don't need a new year. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need motivation. You just need one small action today. 1% better. Because the life you want is not built in a single moment. It's built in tiny decisions repeated every day. So the question is simple. What is your 1% today? Start there, and watch what happens to your life.